Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly general reading. So this run is from April 15th to the 21st. So I've done a bit of a different layout again. I'm just kind of going with like what I feel like doing. So I've got one card from each deck. This is my normal Angel Tarot deck, the Psychic Tarot deck, and the Energy. And I've just got an overlay for these cards, so a bit of a clarification with them. So firstly, we've got Six of Fire. And the overlay for this one is Queen of Air. Overlay is just a fancy word for like clarification. Then we have, what do we have again? Rest and Rejuvenate. Then we have the Third Eye. And then for the Energy, the World. And then we have Adjacent Possibilities. So this is the energy kind of surrounding us, and this is kind of like how we're mentally kind of dealing with these changes around us, and this is kind of the source of what's going on. So with the Six of Fire here, it's a congratulations as something has come through, something has come to fruition. There is something in your life right now that has been offered to you. There's public recognition for what you've achieved. Something is coming in, well, technically next week because I'm doing the previous week, but something is coming in that you've been working pretty hard on, and so you're going to be feeling pretty good about that. And I feel like with the clarification here with the Queen of Air, I feel like we keep getting this card actually. God, like, can you just see here, sorry, just go close there, with what she's holding here, has got a unicorn in it as well. It's just, I know, I just kind of got drawn to that for a second. I feel like what I want to say here is, which isn't the traditional meaning of it as well, is that you have the power in your hands. You have the magic, the ability to do what you want to do. And I think it's almost saying that what you've achieved here has been solely on you. You've manifested this. You've brought this into your life. But I feel like it's taxed you a little bit, because the next card we got here is Rest and Rejuvenate. And I feel like the point that you've gotten to now, it's really exhausted you. And what they're kind of saying here is like, yes, you've had this offer, you've had this thing happen, you know, you're feeling pretty good, but it's taxed you. And I think it's almost like a warning. The way you got to this success here is, it didn't need to be that hard. You overworked yourself. You were doing longer hours than you actually needed to do. And I feel like you've really taxed your spirit almost. And what they're calling for here is for you to take a step back, still, you know, celebrate the success, keep it moving, but take a step back and take a bird's eye perspective on how you can keep going here, because you can't keep this level up which you've been working at. You can't keep it up. It's going to, the next time it happens, it's going to cripple even further. This time you can just take a step back, you know, relax for a week or whatever and get back on track. But what I feel like they want me to say here is, find a smarter way of keeping this level of activity up in your life, and look at what you need to do and what you just want, because your timeline for where you want this to go and how you want this to be is achievable, but it's unrealistic, because it doesn't have to be that fast. It doesn't have to be that way. There may be an even better way of getting there, could even get you there quicker, but you are working too hard. You need to take a step back, and this will enable you to connect back with your intuition and start following that more than your ego mind. I feel like your ego has almost kind of gotten you here for some reason. It's not to say that, you know, ego is not bad if you are the master of your ego, is what I like to say. Because I've been really interested in this Aaron, I always say his last name wrong, Aaron Dotty. It's so not that, but that's how Tani says it. He's online, and he's a really cool guy. He's into all this manifesting spiritual stuff. It's really, really cool. His ideas, I'm definitely following him on his YouTube channel. He's really cool. And what he says is, because with the ego, people tend to think, no, ego bad, ego bad. And even he's actually changed my mind on it too, because I used to have that perception on ego is not bad as long as you're the master of it. But then you have your higher self. Your ego is present with you. Think of it like that, you know, it's in the forest, it's in the obstacles, you know, it's down here on earth playing the game. And then you have your higher self, which is on the mountain, and that can see where you're going, where the path is. Ego can only see just ahead of you, which is yourself, but your higher self sees the bigger picture, sees everything, and sees like, if you go that way, it could go a bit like this. That's your intuition, is your higher self. That's what I'm trying to say here is if you keep following the ego's path, you may get there, but it's going to tax you, and it could be a few pitfalls along the way. If you try and follow your higher self, which is on top of the mountain, which is your intuition, which can almost, it sees everything, it sees the path, and it can avoid the pitfalls. So if you just take a step back here, relax, do what makes you happy, just chill kind of thing, get in touch back with your intuition so you can kind of get that guidance and maybe find that smarter way of keeping this, what you're doing, going, because you have opened up the world for you. You've done a very good job. Like, don't think that what you've done here is wrong, because it's not, because you are succeeding. There's just a better way to do it. And the world that you've opened up next, that's the energy that's all around you. You've got a possibilities endless around you. And I think it's almost saying the possibilities to actually make this go to another level, which is where you want to go. There's many ways you can do this. And your intuition, your third eye, which is your intuition, it's your psychic insight, which is your higher self, which is what I've been saying, that's going to help you get there. And also, what I'm saying here too, I've just kind of got another little download there. With the world, it's almost like when you get in your higher self perspective and you're following that intuition and guidance and seeing everything from up above, the world does open up to you. Ego sees just around you. It's just like your immediate situation and your immediate like zone where you live and all that. It tends to make you think pretty small. When you follow your higher self, your intuition, doing all that, the world opens up to you. They're telling you to widen your perspective too, because what you're thinking like now is pretty small. Open up your mind and you may find better ways of how to do it and smarter ways to take the step ahead. This completely went differently to how I thought. When I first saw the cards, I was going in a completely different direction. But anyway, that's what happens when you do these tarot readings. So just to sum up, I'm trying to sum up because I feel like you guys know what's happening. Something's coming in, offer, pretty cool, you know, success, public recognition is all pretty sweet. But the way you've done it here is just, you've done it, you've taken the longer, harder road with it. Maybe not longer, I don't know, but it's just, it was hard, whatever it was. So take a step back, relax, rejuvenate, listen to your higher self, your intuition, and it's going to open up the world to you and more possibilities on how to take this further without taxing on yourself spiritually, because you're tired, you're exhausted. And that means the way you went about it wasn't beneficial for your soul, which is what you got to take care of at the end of the day, because that's what you go to sleep with at night. So take care of yourself during this week, step back, take another look, and find a smarter way of doing it and to keep it going. But anyway, I hope this reading has helped you guys. If you like my stuff, please subscribe to my channel, watch my other videos. I've got yoga videos online, guided meditations, and also if you want a personal reading, you can DM me on Instagram at tiny.langshaw, and also I've got some other further updates on my journey and stuff on there too. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.